Form 5, Chapter 11, Measure of Dispersion, Lesson 7. For this chapter, we have learned the dispersion of the data. That means we'll see the data set. The data are close to each other or separate each other by using different measures. For example, 11.1, we learn the range. We'll use the maximum minus the minimum. This method is the easiest, but there's a disadvantages. It will affected by the extreme data. That means if a class they're very tall guy, then it will affect the measure of dispersion. Secondly, we learn the interquartile range. For interquartile range, we use the Q3, that means upper quartile minus the lower quartile. This method is better than range. Lastly, for this chapter, we will learn the standard deviation. It is the most accurate method to measure the dispersion, but it is the most complicated. You can see the formula is very complicated, but we always use the calculator to help us. But at the beginning, we need to explain the standard deviation of the equation. We have two types of the standard deviation. First type is the ungrouped data. That means like this. This is a data set. Firstly, we'll find the mean. We can use add them divided by n, the number of data, and then we can find the mean. And then every data, that means for the first data we'll minus the mean, take square. Second, minus mean, take square, and add until the last data minus the mean, and then square. Finally, we'll divide by n, that means the total number, and then take square roots. It is the ungrouped data. The second set of data is the grouped data. Grouped data actually look like the table or the graph. That means there's some number here and then the frequency. So this grouped data, same as this. So at the beginning, same, find the mean. That means 1 times this one plus this one times this one plus this one times this one over the total frequency. Find the mean first, and then every data also minus the mean, take square, and then times the frequency here, and then continue, and then finally divide by the total frequency, then take square roots. Lastly, variance. Actually, variance is the standard deviation of square. For standard deviation, we always use the symbol like this, like 6, but it's not 6. For variance, it is the SD take square. Just take square and then it's called variance. As I said before, we always use calculator to help us. So let's see an example. Now take out your calculator. First, you need to change to SD mode. So how to change it? Okay, when you have the calculator, you need to press mode 4. So mode key is here. So mode and then 4. After you press this, you can see SD on the screen. Can you? After you see the SD mode, then you need to clear the data. How to clear data? Then you press Shift 9 1 and then EXE. Then you can clear the data. Every time you do a question, before to calculate, you need to clear the data. Otherwise, it will accumulate and then affect your data. After clear data, then we can continue to do it. Okay, now let's look at question 1. The first step, we'll use the datum. The first one is 11, so plus 11, and then next plus n plus. Then you can see n equal to 1. That means the first data. Next, you plus 11 again, and then n plus. And then continue 12 n plus, 14 n plus, until the last number 16 n plus. Then you finish all the inputting data process. Next, you need to find the SD. So for SD, you can find by using shift, this one, shift 2, and then exe. Then you can see SD is 1.92 something else. So round off to 3 significant figures all the time. Answer should be 3 significant figures. Next, you can find the mean. Mean, we are using this one, shift 2, 1 to find the mean. So shift 2 and then 1 exe. Then you can find a mean 13.4 something else. So 3 significant figures. Now you can use 5 minutes, try to finish question 2 and question 3. Okay, let's check the answer. First data 20. So before you input the data, remember you need to press shift 9 to clear data. Otherwise, you can't get the answer. So let's check the answer. 20, the first one, and then n plus 20 n plus 22 n plus until 26 n plus. Then you press shift 2 to exe. Then you can find the SD 2.24. And for mean, shift 2 1 exe. Then you can get 23. Next one, question 3. Question 3, same. Before you press it, you need to press shift 9 exe to clear the data. So first one 42, 54 until 45, and then shift 2 to exe. Then you can get 4.59 kilogram because there is a units here. And then for mean is 48.4 kilogram. Can you find it? Next type of the question. This question is about the group the data. So you can see a table. Group the data. For group the data, at the beginning, same, you need to press shift 9 exe to clear data. And then you press the datum. The datum is 11. Is the datum. That means age 11. And then you press 11. And then you press shift comma. Shift comma is here. Okay. Shift comma 4. You will see on the screen is 11 like this, 4, and then you press n plus. Next is 12 and then shift comma 7 n plus until the last one is 15 shift comma, it will show here 1 and then n plus. For finding the mean is shift 2 1. So you can find the mean is equal to 12.9. and SD shift to 2 EXE, then you can find 0.959. Lastly, the variance. For variance, actually is the SD square. So you use that answer and then press square. Then you can get 0.919. Okay. Now you will given 5 minutes. Try to finish question 5. Remember, before you do the inputting data, you need to find the class mark. For the class mark, do you remember we use 1 plus 20, 200, 1 plus 200 divided by 2 to get the class mark. That means 100.5. After you found this 5 class mark, and then we use this one. For example, this one 100.5, then shift comma 4 amperes, and then continue to press it. So try to do it. Okay, let's check it. So for the second one is 300.5, 500.5, 700.5, 900.5. Then for mean is equal to 50 ml. For SD, it is equal to 128,000, 3 significant figures, ml. Next, we'll see another type of group data, but this time we're using the histogram. That means the graph. So let's see it. The data is 14.5, and then we need to see its frequency. So for its frequency, that means here we look at it, it is 3. Okay, for second one is here, third one also. Next, if we find all the frequency, then you can use calculator. 14.5 shift comma and then 3 amperes. Then continue this one, and this one. So you are given 3 minutes. Try to finish A and B. Let's check it. For mean is equal to 39.9. For SD, it is equal to 16.5. Next, you can see a DSE question 2014, question 4. There's a table. The table is about the number of calculators owned by the student. Is number of the student, their frequency. Now, try to use 3 to 4 minutes. Finish this question. Find median, mode, and SD. Let's check it. For the median, we need to find the total frequency. That means total number of students. So that means add all this data, it is 40. So 40 plus 1 divided by 2, it is 20.5. That means the median is between 20 and 21. 20 and 21. So let's see. 7, and then for 7 plus 14, it is 21. Oh, that means between 20 and 21 is also here. So median is 1. Next, the mode. Mode easy. Highest frequency. You see this one? So mode is 2. Finally, SD. You need to use calculator. So 0 shift comma 7, 1 shift comma 14 amperes until 3 shift comma 4 amperes. So you can get the SD is 0.889. Lastly, Another DSE question. This time is presenting a graph. So let's briefly explain it. So we have different data. So if you want to find the mean and then ST, you can use calculator. So 1 shift comma 4 and then amperes. Continue to find it. So you will given 6 minutes to finish A and B. Okay, let's check it. So for mean and ST, actually you input data 1 shift comma 4, 2 shift comma 16, and then continue. There are 72 data. Okay, and then you press shift to 1 mean. The answer is 3.5. Interquartile range, because they are 72, so 72 divided by 2, so that means they are 36 and 36 in the middle. So you can see for 36, this one plus this one is 20. Okay, and then 20 plus 20 is 40, so 36 is here, between 36 and 37, because you can use 72 plus 1 divided by 2, 36.5. And then there are 36 on the left, 36 and 36 on the right, and then we found the median of each group. So 36 plus 1 divided by 2, that means it is 18.5. That means it's between 18 and 19. So let's see from right to left. So from right, it is 4, 4, 8. You see, it's 16. So that means the upper quartile is here, because 18 and 19. It is 16. So the upper quartile is 4. And for lower quartile, also between 18 and 19. So 18 and 19, this one is 20. These two add them. So that means the lower quartile is 2. So 4 minus 2, so the inner quartile range is 2. For SD, shift to EXE. Then you can find the answer is 1.5. Let's see question B. For question B, one employee leave the company D, and then the number of family members of this employee is 7. So that means one left. So this one changed to 3. And then find the change of SD of the new and standard deviation. So we need to input the data again. That means 1 shift 4, 2 shift 16, until the last one 7 shift 3. Then you can find shift to EXE. You can find the new SD is 1.4515 something else. And then we need to see the change. For the change of SD, we use the new SD minus the old SD, so it becomes negative 0.0485. So that means it decreased, the SD decreased 0.0485 answer.